Hello, I'm Oscar from dualmomentumjourney.com in this welcome back to the bull market again day. So we are seeing the S&P 500 is bouncing on this news with a new agreement with Iran. I don't know like if this is like the last time Trump will say that. I don't know, I don't care, but the markets are up and we're going to analyze that because there's something very interesting that a lot are missing. And I'll tell you about that in a second. I mean, you will like it, all right? So I just want to say it before, like, look at this survey where it just talks about sentiment and all that. Like, after the semiconductors and technology dumped, look at how bulls looked like and like how bears look like. I mean, this is the perfect condition when we are in a bull market to just continue to move higher. And for now, that looks like a bottom to me, but we need to see more of that. All right, so I'm just gonna show you what I wanna tell you. All right, so look at this. Finally, I've talked about going global, and the areas that I like the most going global are actually Spain. I'm from Spain and Italy too, but I personally liked more Spain because it's just about to make this breakout and I want to see it flying, So I have a small cap name, which I mean, if the AVX 35 today is plus 4%, how much that stock will be tomorrow? I mean, hopefully I'm rich and back to all-time highs in my P&L talking about it. And another thing that I like too is the Eurostoxx 50, which is not as strong as the AVX 35. That's why my peak was the AVX 35, and inside the AVX 35, a small cap, and inside of that, the strongest small cap. You see the logic. I'm always going with the strongest, and I am also taking some extra risk, going for higher beta names. But look at this. I mean, this looks beautiful too, and everybody's talking about, I get it, about technology, but look technology, how it does look like. I mean, the Nasdaq needs still another almost 4.5% to break all-time highs. And like if you measure by relative strength, that will tell you, okay, the place is the Nasdaq. But I don't think so. I think that the place is in other areas that the market has overlooked. And I'm just loving this Europe action because it's out of AI at rate which I think it got crowded at some point. I'm not saying the semiconductors won't break up, but I mean, it is somewhat crowded in my opinion. Maybe not so much right now, but it's certainly very overextended, which means it is very strong. But there's a point where it is so much that I don't think it looks like an opportunity right now, semiconductors for me. If I had exposure, I would just let it go and have a small allocation to that, or it depends how large that allocation you want to have to semiconductors. But I've been of the opinion of going global, and today we just saw that. And I've been talking a lot, like, let's look this IBEX 35, which is beautiful. And also I want to see how Italy is doing, because these are the current two stronger places. So it's doing great too, Italy. You can see here it's making all-time highs. And if we look at Germany, not so much, right? I mean, so it's always the same logic, go with the strongest. In my case, I prefer Spanish because it's just breaking out. It's not as overextended as Italy. It looks like more like an opportunity to me. But, this is what it is. I mean, we're back to this bull market. We're seeing actually oil down. We also saw metals going up because they've been acting like a risk asset since a long time ago. And I mean, it looks interesting, and it looks like a bottom for me now. And again, like, the Nasdaq needs another 4.5% to move to all-time highs. So I believe the opportunity is in going global. And nothing much for today. We will see how this price action develops in the next sessions, because for today it looks like the market is a little bit news driven, like event driven. And we also have some other risks like rate hikes and all this stuff. But I mean, it's lovely to see oil going down. I mean, I think this is what Donald Trump had to do, because like these inventories were close to. I mean, there wasn't enough oil, so oil started to be a risk for the economy. So they have to move this thing, all right? So this is it for today, and we continue to talk probably tomorrow, all right? See you.